Before Redondo Beach was the fun, beautiful, pier and beach we all know and love, it was occupied by Native Americans in the late 17th century. Their land became a part of the land grant to the Juan Jose Dominguez family, and it was changed into Rancho San Pedro in 1784. Almost 100 years later, it became a tourist attraction with Hotel Redondo, with railroads and steamboats easily accessible, dropping off people by the hundreds and thousands. Redondo Beach Pier was formed close to the end of the 19th century. The pier started off as a mixed up and disjointed pieces of wharves. It wasn't until a series of storms and demolitions during the 20th century that those wharves became attached to one another. The pier area used to be heavily crowded with tourists and locals during the 1970s, but began to decline after the nearby Seaport Village project failed and went into bankruptcy in 1982. Following the Seaport Village incident, the pier was demolished by 2 winter storms, and on the May 27th of that year, the pier suffered a fire that burned the waterline. The fire was caused by an electrical short circuit issue. In 1995, a reinforced concrete version was created. Not only Redondo Beach Pier, but beaches in general were very geologically and environmentally important. But through all the years, the beach itself has gone through so many physical changes due to erosion, sea level change, and sea cliff erosion. Because Redondo is a beach and it's inevitable to sea level change, even small amounts of sea level rises can make rare floods more common, and it adds tides and storm surge. Another real reason sea level is increasing is because of global warming, which could cause many problems for cities on the seaside, like Redondo. It is greatly affecting beachside cities along with ice melting.
Ocean accumulates many waves each day. It is already known that waves come in different shapes and different sizes. The size of waves depend on how fast the wind is and how hard it is blowing. If the wind is blowing hard and fast, then it will create a big wave. And if the wave is slow, it will create a small wave. The length of a wave also impacts how big a wave is. If the wind is blowing hard at a long rate, it is able to create a large wave. The farther the wave move from shore, the more it has an opportunity to create different sets of waves. Rogue waves are known to take people's lives because of how big and strong they are. Rogue waves consist of many different waves forming together to create one big wave. The velocity decreases, wave height experience increase, and the wave periods remain at a continuous speed. Since some waves are unstable, it causes the waves to break apart using their energy on the shoreline. Even though Redondo Beach's waves are constant, the height of a wave along its coast may increase or decrease as waves get closer to the shore. This event happens because the offshore topography and the seafloor are uneven along the coastline. Redondo Beach also experiences sand transportation. Sand never stays in the same place on a beach because waves that wash up on shore are constantly moving. Storms occurring on the beach also makes the sand disappear offshore or towards the shoreline. Even though the sand is evacuated, it is often known to return when the weather is normal. The two processes, known as beach drift and longshore drift, cause the sand to move in a parallel direction of the shoreline. Longshore and beach drift both occur when waves hit the coast at a certain angle. Updrift and downdrift come into the picture when you're trying to figure out the direction in which different sediments move along the shore. Another problem that Redondo is facing is known as beach erosion. It is clear that sediments are washed up onto the beach due to coastal processing. Beach and longshore drifts bring sediments from different origins up to the beach. Wave erosions are also known to bring sediments up to the shore. Sea cliffs and sand dune erosions become very intense during storms, which cause water to flood the entire beach. Redondo Beach receives sediments from other beaches experiencing an erosion and leftovers from river deltas. Sediments are known to relocate when the coastal separates sand from the beach. This process can also occur when waves that are a part of a storm drag sediments out into deep water and the wind takes sand from the beach and moves it in. If the beach contains too much sand, the beach will eventually grow and have a variety of space to store sediments. Vice versa, if there is a minimum of sediments, the beach will experience an erosion, causing there to be fewer grains of sand. Since Redondo Beach is tectonically active, the beach is less likely to be negatively affected by the rising of elastic sea level. Since the sea level is changing at a fast pace, it is increasing the chances of experiencing flooding on the coast and dangerous currents. The rising of the sea level does not only affect Redondo Beach, it also affects other cities along the coast.
Beaches are important natural ecosystems that link marine and terrestrial life environments. They serve as the most dominant habitat because of their length and acreage. Animals and plants, including plenty endemic species, depend on sandy beaches for critical periods of their lives in order to survive. However, there are natural and unnatural developments of beaches that can threaten natural wildlife and beaches entirely. Natural coastal erosion is a very high threat to beaches. Coastal erosion can be influenced by things like weather systems. Beaches that undergo constant coastal erosion are considered to be in retreat. Constant coastal erosion can cause a beach to become unstable. Seawalls are developed to aid beaches. Seawalls are large structures that are mainly made up of rock, concrete, or plastic to prevent sand and other beach material from drifting away. This new development, although protected one section, left another with little sand. Seawalls are potentially responsible for the increasing speed of beach retreating as well. The process of new development can cause beaches to become narrow because of how crowded the beach may become. New developments disrupts the movement of beach sediments. Both natural and unnatural new developments threaten the natural landscape of beaches. Just like these developments, climate changes also have their own effect on beaches. Redondo Beach's climate is referred to as a local steep climate. Redondo Beach experiences little rainfall during the year. The average amount of rainfall Redondo Beach experiences throughout the year is 319 millimeters. The average temperature in Redondo Beach, California is 17.16 degrees Celsius. Redondo Beach experiences the very least of rainfall in the month of July. The average amount of rain in this month is 0 millimeters. The largest amount of rainfall and precipitation occurs in the month of January. The average amount of precipitation that occurs in January is 72 millimeters. Temperature averages are the highest in the month of August. Those temperatures average at about 22.1 degrees Celsius. The lowest average temperatures fall in the month of January and average around 14.0 degrees Celsius. The average of temperatures throughout the year is about 8.1 degrees Celsius. Along with temperature and new development, beach stabilizations are also a very important subject at hand.
Numerous negative effects of beach stabilizations. Devices used for beach stabilizations can not only reduce beach accessibility, but change the water temperature and also pose a threat to swimmers. Reduced beach accessibility can occur when any device placed on the beach will prevent actions such as access to water, cross-shore access, and limiting the area swimmers are allowed to swim in. New developments such as transportation of sand from one place to another with the goal of stabilizing a beach puts other places at risk for erosion. The changes that can be made to the sand temperature also affect marine life. Actions such as turtle nesting depends on certain temperature of sand. The temperature of which a turtle is incubated determines the sex of a turtle. If a device is used during beach stabilization that alters the temperature of the sand, it may cause over selection of one sex of the turtle. Sand alteration and impaction also affects things such as clams, and any device placed at near shore or low tide may have an effect on how accessible it will be to the clams. Along with the geological impact devices that are used for beach stabilization, those devices can also negatively affect the appearances of the beach.
And that's a wrap. That wraps our video of Redondo Beach.
Get a little sand up in there.